Welcome back to Mornings with Dave King and Matt Martin. So excited. We've got the Car Pro Jerry Reynolds online too. Jerry, how's it going?
Hey, going good, guys. How about y'all?
I'm doing okay so far.
Just another day in paradise here in Lubbock, Texas, Jerry.
I understand. Probably going to be warm.
I keep looking at these Ford Broncos. I think they're pretty nice looking.
Yeah, they are.
If I didn't have 4 kids,
yeah, that would be a problem. I've just been so surprised by the number of people who have made reservations for these things. I mean, it's crazy. There's no way they could ever build as many as people are trying to get their hands on. It's going to be a huge hit. I'll tell you that.
I think they need to open a new factory in Texas somewhere.
You know, that's a good idea.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. At least that's what Tesla thinks.
I was going to say, you got big news from Tesla, right?
Yeah, we did yesterday. Coming to Austin to build their new all-electric truck, and that's a good place for them. With Austin being such a technology center, and I think there's another motive too. Elon Musk has been doing his best to get the Texas legislature to approve them selling cars direct to the public. And so far, the legislature has said no, but if they build a huge plant right, 15 minutes from the Capitol, that might help his case a little bit.
See, and it was kind of the opposite. They were trying to extort Texas into doing it, saying, I'm not going to build one until you do this. Now it's like, okay, I'll do it, but don't forget about me next time.
That's exactly right.
More flies with honey, right?
That's what he's thinking. I think he probably underestimates the power that the Texas Auto Dealers Association has in Austin, and they'll fight him tooth and nail over that issue. But we'll see. That's still a good ways away.
So I know we need to get to your car of the week, but I do want to ask you a question about that. What are your opinions on the way Texas has their auto sales set up? Do you think it should be different, or do you like the way they do it?
No, I like the way they do it. I
know you were an auto dealer, right?
Yes, for many years. And people think that they like the sound of buying vehicles direct. But the truth is, the thing that keeps vehicles cheap and keeps the prices from going through the roof is the competition between the dealers. I saw this model tried in Oklahoma. Ford Motor Company bought all the dealerships in Oklahoma City and Tulsa, and it was a disaster. There was just no competition between the dealers. And it's not just, when it comes to buying a car, the competition of price, the competition of service and taking care of people and, amenities that consumers get when they have a dealership that's privately owned. I know it sounds good, but in reality, it's not good for people at all. You've got nowhere to go. You're dealing directly with the factory. You're going to pay window sticker price, and if they don't treat you right after you buy, you have no recourse.
Well, and also the question is, doesn't that take money out of local guys' pockets? In other words, guys that would spend money at other local locations?
Yeah, it does. And car dealers, for all their faults, are some of the most generous people in the world. I mean, you can't believe how much they give back to the communities that they serve. And that would be gone, too. I mean, it's just not as attractive as it sounds.
Did they? I had not heard that. So did you said that was GM? So did they sell those back to individuals, those dealerships?
Yes, they did. They abandoned it, and it cost them billions of dollars. And for the first time in history, in both those markets, Chevrolet outsold Ford dramatically, which was the opposite of everywhere else in the country. It's just not a good model.
Yeah. Well, and they know that now. So, Americans do not like to be pinned in. None of us like to have to buy somewhere and have to follow their rules.
No, and especially today with the internet being such a big part of the auto industry, people want to shop. They want that best deal. And you cannot get it if you're just paying MSRP for a car.
Yeah. All right. Jerry, if it's okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll get to your car of the week afterwards because we're running really short on time.
Sure.
All right. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back, and we'll talk about Jerry's car of the week that's not really a car. We'll be right back on 95.1 FM, 790 AM, KFYO. We're back on Mornings with Dave King and Matt Martin on KFYO, and we want to go right back to the phones with Jerry Reynolds, the Car Pro. CarProUSA.com is where you go to check out the website that he has that has all the car news on it, kind of some of the stuff we've been talking about. But, Jerry, tell us about your car of the week.
Well, it's actually a pickup. I've got the 2020 Chevy Silverado. It's a crew cab, four-door truck, and it's the RST package, which stands for Rally Sport Truck. Very nice truck, actually. I'm impressed with the value in this truck because trucks have gotten so expensive. This one's got leather interior, a 5.3-liter V8. It doesn't have a moonroof or some of the things you get in the upper line trucks, but it's just a really nice truck. Good-looking truck, 20-inch wheels. Drives good, rides good. I've been pleasantly surprised with the fuel economy so far. But a really nice truck. It's got some pretty cool features on it, such as you can lower the tailgate from inside the cab just with a push of a button. And that could turn out to be really, really handy. It's $51,000 on the window sticker, but as we've talked so many times about how everybody's jacked the window stickers up, there's a $5,000 rebate on it right now, so that puts sticker price at about $46,000 before any discounts by a dealer. But if you look at the price of Fords today, you look at the price of Ram, in particular the Tundra, all the trucks equipped like this one are more expensive than this truck. So from a value standpoint, I think it's a really good buy.
Yeah, I think it's a nice looking truck too.
Yeah, it is. It's the wheels really set it off. It's almost like they set out to make a truck that's got a lot of eye appeal, but not a lot of the extra stuff on the inside that runs the prices up. Good towing capacity. I like this truck. I think this would be a good truck for a lot of people. This one's unusual. This one's two-wheel drive, by the way.
One of the things that it has that is so neat for us old men, somebody was really thinking when they put a step in the bumper. You don't have to step up all the way from the ground to the top of the bumper. You can step part of the way, and then into the bed.
Yeah, the Chevrolet came out with that several years ago. Of course, GMC did the split tailgate that I reviewed just recently, where you just push a button and a step comes down, an actual step. Ford's got the tailgate step also that slides out from the tailgate, and then Ram's got the split open out from the side tailgate so you can get up close. But the truth is, one of the biggest complaints people have today with these new trucks is they set up so tall, especially the ones with 22-inch wheels. You can't reach over most people can't reach over inside the bed to get something. So, yeah, you're right, Dave, that step bumper really makes a lot of sense.
So yeah. I'm looking over on CarProUSA.com, and there's something that actually kind of surprises me, and that's the sales of the large SUVs.
Yeah, the coronavirus starting in the second quarter has really wreaked havoc with the business and the numbers when you look at versus a year ago. So I gave everybody this week the large SUVs and the luxury SUVs. And actually, this is the only segment that we saw some manufacturers were actually up versus a year ago. Mercedes is leading the pack, but Cadillac Escalade is right on its tail. And, of course, we got the new Escalade coming out right now that's being built in Arlington. So I would suspect by the end of the year in the luxury large SUV segment, I'm going to guess that Cadillac will probably take that crown.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was just the fact that I think the Chevy Tahoe is down by 50%. The Chevy Suburban is down by 61.6%. Is that just the coronavirus, or are we also seeing more competitors maybe in the smaller SUV range that people are leaning towards?
I think it's majority COVID, but everybody's known for a year that an all-new Suburban, Tahoe, Yukon, Escalade is coming out, and they've been short of inventory for a while now because the plants have been shut down. Prior to that, General Motors was on strike for almost 3 months, and that hurt production. So I think it's kind of a combination, but I think part of it is these things haven't changed at all since 2015, and people are, I think they're sitting back and waiting to see what this new one looks like. And by the way, I've seen them. All those products are very, very pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet they're going to be nice.
Yeah, they are. They're going to be expensive, though.
Yeah, sure they will. Also on CarProUSA.com, you've got an update on the Takata airbag recall guide and a lot of other stuff. Is there anything else you'd like to point out?
We've got we now know the vehicles that are eligible for the North American Car, Truck, and SUV of the Year, which is the biggest award that a vehicle can get. We'll find out. The list is narrowed down now to about 50 vehicles. We'll get that narrowed down to 10 by November, and then right after the first of next year, we'll find out which ones won. There's a lot of bragging rights that go along with that, and it takes an all-new vehicle. And you'll see the list of the new entries there. Pretty interesting list. And then I also tell you about a new Nissan all-electric crossover that's about to come out. So if you're into all-electrics, this one looks to be one of the more affordable ones, starting at around $40,000.
Yeah, and it's a neat-looking vehicle, but is it pretty small? I'm assuming it's pretty small.
Yeah, it is. I'd say it's about the size of the Nissan Rogue,
okay,
which is a compact SUV, although the Rogue has gotten bigger over the past few years. But no, this is not a big SUV by any stretch. I wouldn't even put it in the midsize category.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jerry, we want to remind everyone that everything that you've been talking about is on CarProUSA.com, and the review of the Chevy Silverado will be on Monday at CarProUSA.com. And you'll be on Saturday from 11 to 1 right here on News Talk 95.1 FM, 790 AM KFYO.
I will, and look forward to hearing from people in Lubbock.
All right, Jerry Reynolds, the Car Pro, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us on the morning show.
Be safe, guys.
All right. We'll be right back on News Talk 95.1 FM, 790 AM KFYO.